Okay, we're back live for more quotes and then re-zero later. All right, hi Z's. Okay, I'm debating whether or not I'll be streaming Marriage Toxin and Kuranita as well as Ice Through Game on Tuesdays because last night it was the driest stream, so I might as well not stream it. So I'll just do a Patreon exclusive. So might just do that. All right. Anyway, that's that. So that I can also lessen my streaming days to only 2 days every week. Anyway, uh, let's jump right in to episode 11 because this episode has a lot of shortened scenes, not not deleted or cut out scenes, but shortened. All right. Anyway, for those that are on my Wuthering Wave stream, yes, don't worry. I already have you. Fuck's sake. Took me a while though, but it is what it is. All right. Got her at 150. Fucking hell. All right. Anyway, episode 11. Here we go. All right. So, okay. Here's the thing, right? Do you guys want to know the the adaptation of this? How many chapters it adapted? It's chapter 6, right? So last week ended. Where is it? Oh, where's that? How can I make 7 days pass faster? Where is it? Where the frick is that? I can't see that. Oh, there you go. Last week it ended here, right? So, yeah, only 2 pages. But in the book, physical book, um, 250, one, two, okay, yeah. Only 3 pages. Yeah, 3 pages. Next episode should be the best. Yep, potentially, but yeah. All right, so this episode, so they removed this. Hold on. They removed this. All right, they removed this. There you go. Removed. All right. Yeah. There you go. Look at that. Look at the removed scenes. Yeah. Uh, yeah. There you go. I think somewhere around here it's been adapted. So yeah. Because if we see here, yeah. There you go. So they adapted that. Uh, just not right now. Yeah. Okay, so it's just your regular dialogue, doubting the alert, So yeah, it's it. That's it. But anyway, so yeah, they adapted pretty much around here, I guess. Yeah. What page is this? So yeah, they adapted chapter 6 all the way. Get ready for it. Brace for impact, guys. All the way to chapter. Hmm, Flippin' heck. How many chapters is that already? Oh, yeah. So we can scroll down more. Yep, 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 yep. All the way to chapter 8. I think that episode 9 and 12 should have been the best adapted. So one of these episodes, or last would have been the sacrifice one. Yeah, because if you take a look at the adaptation wise on the first two episodes of the Island arc, all right. If you took note of the adaptation, you would know that at least one or two will be a sacrificed volume. What they did is semi-sacrifice the first episode of the Island exam arc, but also didn't. You can't feel the rushness of of episode 9, and episode 10 is really well adapted. Like the pacing is really good. So last week's episode is really good, but this episode you can see the rushness of this pace. Because if you saw the pattern already since volume 1 and volume 2 adaptation, they're doing either two episodes having more than 150 pages adapted. And the fact of this episode is that it adapted around the same thing. Like it started from page 253 or 260 plus because they passed through some of the or most of the dialogues there and monologues. So let's just say 260 plus, right? And they adapted it all the way to page 402. Do the math. So it's around almost 150 pages. So this episode is the sacrificed episode, or yeah, adaptation wise. Because if you take a look at the adaptation on the first episode of the Island arc, where is it? It adapted page 17 to 120. So it's only like 100 pages. So yeah, around 125 pages. So, yeah, 17 to 125, and then 126 or 125, around, yeah, around there, almost the same. Around that, all the way to 253. So 120 or 130 to 250. So it's only 120 plus pages adapted. And it's really well paced. But in this one, it adapted 150 plus pages. And you can see the removed scenes, unnecessary scenes, but also removed some important scenes that is the Yagami, Tsubaki, and Utami talk. So yeah, they didn't mention Takahashi being present, and they didn't mention that Yagami, uh, Tsubaki, and Utamiya were waiting for Hosen. All right, and where is it? They also mentioned that Nanase is a part of this plan. So yeah, I mean, there's enough spoon feeding for the watchers to see that Nanase is indeed working with Ichika Hosen. So yeah, that's already a given, right? So they're plotting something, and they are in a group. So Nanase is already suspicious ever since she joined with Ayano Koji. But another thing here is that they know Tsubaki, Yagami, and Utamiya know that Nanase is with Ayano Koji. And then Ichika and Hosen are also on the move towards Ayano Koji. So, yeah. They missed it. They didn't adapt that. So, yeah. And then Yagami also doubting Tsubaki. Okay. Your OA ratings appear to be below average. In fact, there isn't anything remarkable about you in the slightest. However, in the battles the first years have faced so far, You have repeatedly made highly insightful comments. Furthermore, so yeah, so I think this adds up to Yagami's, being suspicious about, you know, who is the White Room student. But I think what the anime wanted to convey is that Tsubaki is the most highly suspicious White Room student as well. So yeah, I think that's the point that the anime is trying to make. They're trying so hard to make Yagami not sus at all. So yeah, that's why this scene is. Now that I'm looking back on it, yeah, I can see that Tsubaki is indeed, you know, supposed to be, what we call as the mastermind. So yeah, because looking at the visuals as well, it's so gorgeous looking as well. So yeah, and then you can see Yagami struggling, and the Oscar goes to. Anyway, but yeah, let's dive right into this episode. I think they adapted the first bit good. All right, I'm not really complaining about this because it's just Ikki and Shinohara. But what's important in this scene is the person who attacked them, and we can see that it is Ichika with that freaking hair. We all know that hair is somewhere, right? EK supremacy. Nah, but there's that. Love that slow mo there. So yeah, we all know this is Ichigo, right? Like you can see the pigtails or twin tails. Albert on top. There you have it. Yeah, I like the scene. Uh, what is it? Yeah, the Ikishin horror drama is fine. Like I don't really want to go into it. Like the important parts here are the identity of the person who attacked them and Shabashira Sensei's new clothes. Look at that. Anyway, uh, Shabashira Sensei's tracksuit. We haven't seen her wear that anywhere at all. So it's a first for the anime to actually have that. I mean, even anywhere, honestly, even in the light novel, didn't have that, nor the manga. So, hey, anime is giving us a special treatment, guys. Tabashiro Sensei with the tracksuit, yeah, hell yeah. So, there's like, give me that. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, yeah, this scene was fine. Like, I don't want to go back to reading all that shit. All right, the Ikishinari drama. But anyway, bro, why is Pseudo flexing the fuck out of his muscles? Anyway, I was watching the. You're reading the light novel, and I didn't remember if the hair of the person Manson was running after was measured. Uh, Made outfit. Now we're not gonna get there yet in this season, all right? It's in the next season. Yeah, new outfit for Chibashira Sensei unlocked. All right, maid outfit has been there since Volume 5, but the tracksuit was never in any medium so far. So this is a first. All right, I actually like it. Anyway, yep, I love the tracksuit. Damn it, I haven't saved Chibashira Sensei images yet. Fuck. Anyway. You also watched a nice new beach episode of ReZero. I heard the leaks, but I didn't really get fully into the episode yet, like the leaks itself. I just saw Donut saying that He doesn't like the direction of the episode, like somewhere off. He says, right. But anyway, many people have already said this. Leakers aren't really your source of judgment, right? It's your own. I like the stairs. Oh God. But the source of judgment shouldn't always be with the leakers. If the leaker says they don't like the adaptation or direction or whatever, don't make that as your own judgment already. You haven't seen the episode yet. You should make your own judgment when you see the episode. Just like what happened with the Ayano Koji and Kei kiss scene in the last week's episode. Donut mentioned that he didn't like it, like the comp itself, but majority of the people that watched it loved it, including me. Yeah, yeah, just see it for yourself. So that's the thing, because leaks, what we're basing on the leaks is what's been adapted, right, and how they adapted, and then we'll see for ourselves later on, all right, when we watch the full episode. So yeah. Anyway, looking forward to ReZero later after this discussion, because yeah, I heard that it's a season one episode director. I don't know. I'm not familiar, but anyway. The scene, yeah, the scene. Okay, I think it was short. It was a short here as well. Fuck's sake, I'm gonna go back up again. Oh, hi, Martin. Oh yeah, this part. Wait, let me see the the, the illustration getting adapted. This this one. Boom, boom. Anyway, I really like this episode. I'm getting more and more hype. Yeah, even though this episode is really rushed, 150 pages isn't really that rushed anymore. Considering last two episodes of the Island Exam arc so far has been really good. So I would assume that at least one episode would be sacrificed. Yeah. And now, fun fact, since we all know this episode is the sacrificed episode, you guys want to know a fun fact of next week's episode of how much it will adapt, how much pages it will adapt, how many pages? From chapter 9, which is page 403, all the way to page 508. So it's only 100 pages worth of content, all right, with illustrations, by the way. So it's only 100 pages that's getting adapted next week's episode. So they're going to adapt that really well. And if they remove the opening and ending, or at least an opening or ending, whatever they want to remove for the episode, we'll get more content. So adapting 100 pages in that specific time frame, and then it's also action scene. It's an action scene, like the words that will be adapted in a visual format. Yeah, we're getting more screen time. So yeah, we're getting more dialogues getting adapted and probably more monologues, because it's only 100 pages getting adapted next week. Plus action. So yeah. Also, next episode, if they don't go to the start of Volume 4, they will adapt like 70 pages of the stuff. Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they're just gonna end Volume 3 next week, but we'll see. Hmm, man, all right, because that's already a good cliffhanger for Volume 3. So it's gonna be another good cliffhanger for next week's episode. Anyway, we move. All right. Cool. Anyway, a lot of illustrations getting adapted in this episode. The Katsuragi Ryu and fishing scene as well. So yeah, behind them with the back. Yeah, they are. Pretty sure they are. Because if they're gonna adapt some of One Force content, then what? I'm pretty sure they won't do that, but we'll see. Cliffhanger incoming, yeah. Better be a peak episode, but with a cliffhanger. Let's fucking go, chat. Alright, so yeah, they adapted a lot of illustration in this episode, as you can see. Boom. Another one. So already two illustrations got adapted. Or I mean three, by the way. There's already three. They adapted the Nandase run as well. So three illustrations got adapted. The action director for Hard Card. Oh really? Oh, speaking of, you know what? Fuck's sake, I forgot. Keyframe. Let's see the staff list. Oh, let's see the staff list. Which is like we will be on to. Mm, okay, okay. Give me a gun. I'm gonna shoot myself. Alright, let's see. Keyframe. Load then. Alright. Right. What? What? Only there's not much key animators. Oh, okay. What? Yeah, there isn't much. I mean, to be fair, yeah, it is. Okay. Oh. Ah, okay. Koji's muscles since it looked so good. Five illustrations also Koji with the water and Sakana gave the beach. Yeah, I was about to go with that as well. Ah, okay. Oh, he animated the Ryuin and Ayano fight. What? Okay. Alright. Okay, okay. Oh, heavily involved. Oh, wait. Not involved in season three because there's no action. Okay. Alright. Interesting. Yeah, okay. Alright. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pretty sure that's gonna be Negan, mission director. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, see, Hibari. Hibari. Mostly Hibari Vietnam. Wow. No Studio Hibari Osaka. Yeah, no Studio Hibari Osaka Studio. Or the just Hibari. Or is it this Studio Hibari? Ah, they'll call the big guns next up next. Yeah, they are. Yeah, this episode is just the tip of the iceberg. Like, I'm more excited for the next PV than this episode. uh, Relax, guys. Chill out. You need to sleep 2 more days. Come on now. Yeah, he reviewed Vietnam as all previous seasons as well. But yeah, what they will show in Friday's preview. Yeah, we'll see. Imagine they delay the preview. I'm gonna throw hands, bro. If they fucking delay the preview, oh nah. I'm throwing hands, bro. Because remember, you won't see me again if I see Lisa Notaro or whatever in the credits. Fast forwarding with this one. Outsourcing, yeah. No, they won't. Uh, or not even releasing it. Yeah. Imagine it's just a scene. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll do that. Because they did it with episode 10. What the fuck? They did it with episode 10. Only the Ayano Koji Nagamo Nandase beach scene. Yeah. Wait, what will they adapt though? Like in the preview, what will they show? Imagine they only show slideshow in the preview so that people they're like, oh, PowerPoint, ew. Where's my action, brother? Chill out. They're not showing the action. Okay, okay. No, 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 no. Hold on. I wanna go back to this. You guys remember the preview of episode 12 of season 2. There's not much, right? We're supposed to get something May 17 in the event. Now they only showed episode 9 and 10. Yeah, I'm gonna be giving the tablet to Mia. Yeah. Remember this? They only showed the first half. That would be Albert. What's with this dub? No, it's Albert. Yeah, it was released on the day the episode was supposed to release. Yeah, exactly. I was like, what the fuck? The amount of delays that this episode had, bro. That's it. That's the only thing they showed in the preview. That was fucking it. See? W Albert. That's too much. They had the animators Shane in the basement to finish that episode. Yeah. Oh man. Nah. But you know what I actually love about season 2 is that Lurch did not give up, or they didn't delay the episodes. Sure, they delayed the preview because it's catching up to them, but you can see that they are really consistent with the releases, actually still delivering a good animation fight scene, especially in the peak moments of the series of season 2. You have to give them credits for that, especially with the amount of the time constraints that they had during that time. Especially it was still COVID days, so yeah, you have to reconsider that. Like, bro, give Lurch credits for that because that is actually amazing. One Punch Man season 3. Anyway, uh, okay, and was able to be watchable. Yeah, except some parts of it, Oh, the horror, yeah. But yeah, I was so amazed by Lurch, especially during that time as well. Lurch was like, many animators left, right? Like the animators and the producer left the production of Flash completely, and they had to wing it. You know, like they had to wing it around February of 2022, and then the release is on July 2022. Like holy shit! During that time, I thought for a second that they were already done with the animations, but no, they showed the first PV, the first promotion for Clash of Duty Season 2 and 3 to be a pre animated trailer, not having, animations that are in each episode. So, yeah, doesn't even have an assistant director like most anime. True. They had also pretty much new animators released. Yeah, yeah. During that time, Lurch was crumbling. Lurch was, suffering a lot during that time. So I was actually surprised that they pulled off really well with with that amount of time they had. So yeah. Anyway, with season 4 though, you can see that season 4 is a huge improvement because yeah, this is much more healthy because yeah, they pulled in Hibari animators. Yeah, season 2 and 3 were basically money laundering. Like, let's be real here. Season 2 and 3 was just, Kadokawa saying, you know what? adapt season 2 and 3, only 13 episodes. All right, that's the only budget we have for season 2 and 3. But let's push for season 4 to have actual good adaptation because that earned money. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what Kadokawa thought. So, yeah, made the biggest difference. Yeah, the animation producer. Yeah, this new one can pull in much better staff and names. I mean, the what's the name? What's the animation producer's name? Uh, but yeah, the animation producer pulled in Hibari animators because they did Togen Anki, which by the way, you might call it a shonen slot, but holy shit, look at the fucking animation. It's very shonen. Only, but yeah, and I've heard many people praising High Card. So yeah, like the producer did High Card and Togenanki. So yeah, yeah, he is from Hubert himself. So yeah, you have to yeah, like you're gonna have to research the animators and the staff behind season 4 as to why it has changed so much. And even though it's still called Lurch, don't be blind, all right? Because this is Hibari we're talking about, all right? Yeah, it's just green Lurch, not red. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the key animators aren't much, as you can see. Interesting. Hmm. Mochizuki and Aokise said. Yeah. All right. Uh, I think I have no complaints about how they shortened the dialogues here and there, because wait, wait. Oh my god, yeah. Oh, oh my god. Got chat. Deleted scene, by the way. This is deleted. This is deleted. Chapter 7.4 has been deleted. Nah. Mitsuo Tano, the action director, was it for High Card, participated probably with Koji and Koji's competition. Yeah. He's the other guy besides Shunpei and High Card as action animator for High Card. 0 out of 10 adaptation. I'm dropping this. That's why. That's why I was wondering. I was wondering where this scene is. It's Ichinose classmates. I was wondering where this scene is. I was like, wait, did they already animate this or is it in the next episode? So I had to look, and it's this 7.4. Right. Right. That's why. The big move short hair girl. Okay. So they removed the scene. Alright. I mean, it's it's very slice of life though. No surprise people don't know Ichino's classic light novel, like Sake and Nani said, they have the slowest growth. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much just slice of life. Looking back on it, yeah, it's just slice of life, as you can see. More interaction in the island arc. So take that however you want, because you know what, it's fine with me. It's fine with me, even though they didn't adapt this entire scene. I don't care honestly, because bro, this is so not memorable at all. Like I don't remember this at all, dog. But when I saw the illustration, oh, there's a scene like this, and then yeah, like okay, they cut it. All right, so they okay, yeah, yeah. C3. Yeah, sacrifice is required. I told you guys already that one or two episodes have has to be sacrificed because, or at least a deleted scene, removed scene or cut scene, cut out scene in the light novel because bro, oh yeah, they jumped straight into this. Yeah, 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 they jumped straight into this. Okay, yeah, yep, okay, they jumped straight into this scene. So where is it? Okay, we're done with this shit. We're done with this shit. Flipping heck. Yeah, this. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Mm, mm. I mean, it is to be expected. Listen, it's not just Passion of the Elite, all right? It's not just Passion of the Elite. This is normal for anime adaptation. Okay, I've said it multiple times already. 86 has cutout scenes. You guys don't know this, but in the light novel, they removed scenes in the anime. Many people praise the adaptation. Light novel readers say this is much better than the light novel. But what anime watchers don't know is that since I have the books of 86, what anime watchers don't know about 86 is that it has removed scenes as well. Remember how Volume 1 adaptation of 86 got adapted into 11 episodes? Yeah, it still has removed scenes. So, yeah, all right. And The Eminence in Shadow has removed scenes. Like novel readers complained about that, but they are super small. Like the community, the complainers of The Eminence in Shadow are so small. Like we're not even hearing them, right? We're just enjoying the show for what it is, and we're not even hearing the minority complaining about the removed scenes. Same thing with ReZero. I think the Great Sage can back me up on this. Some, or should I say, probably, about the same amount, but not as horrible as Clash of the Elite, of ReZero community complained about removed scenes in the light novel to the anime adaptation. Right? Like many people praise the anime adaptation, but the community of Clash of the Elite has been so toxic ever since season one because of a misinformation being laid out. All right, many people misinformed, including me. I was misinformed during that time as well. When I heard people say the author doesn't like the anime adaptation of Clash of the Elite, hence why season two beyond won't be made. But look at what happened. The author actually liked the anime adaptation, and more seasons has been made. We're now in the second year anime adaptation, and they titled season four specifically as second year first semester arc. So if you're still thinking to yourself, if you're still spreading the misinformation news about the author not liking the anime, you are entirely wrong. Because the author would not want the anime be made, all right? If he doesn't like the anime, then there's no more sequel. It's in their contract, all right? So, yeah. Anyway, also like to give a shout out to the Great Sage. I haven't uploaded the video yet. I was recording, by the way. I was recording the Eminence in Shadow Master of Garden gameplay. And then a notification popped up on my OBS saying that the Great Sage subscribed on my Twitch for 3 months, I think. So yeah, huge shout out to the Great Sage. Thank you for subbing. All right. Yeah, the video hasn't been edited yet, so yeah. Anyway, Yeah, I've already talked about this scene. It was it was good, even though I still wanted more of this adaptation, but that's to be expected. It had to be sacrificed. Like, dog. I already figured that it's gonna get sacrificed because, yeah, see, yeah, they adapted the scene of Ayano Koji Nanse pretty well. You know, it's very short, so there you go. Yep, and then one more page. Yep, and I got two pages. Yeah, that's that. And then yeah, this entire scene was, yeah, almost been removed or almost changed because they didn't mention Hosen, they didn't mention Takahashi, they didn't mention Ichika, they didn't mention Nanase. All right, it was just the three of them plotting something, or more like Tsubaki has been revealed to be the mastermind behind Utamiya. So yeah, there you go. But yeah, overall though, still a really really good adaptation, even with the sacrifices. Just because of that. Yeah, I can't wait to see and hear some fans, saying that it's a horrible adaptation. They removed the scene. They cut out some dialogues, yada yada. Like, okay, all right. They don't want to reveal Tsubaki. Now, I think what I've gathered from this scene is that they don't, the anime doesn't want to reveal Yagami yet. Like, we can see Yagami being, ganged up on by Utamiya and Tsubaki, and you can see that Tsubaki is the mastermind behind Utamiya's actions. So yeah, it was. I've already said it before. I've already said it on my episode. Was it seven? Episode seven analysis that Tsubaki's glances to Utamiya and her glance towards Ayano Koji is very suspicious, and it's a foreshadowing that Tsubaki is the mastermind. So they've already hinted it. If you pay close attention to the visual storytelling, without the dialogue, you can see her actions based on her eyes, the way she interacts. You can see that she is manipulating the situation. She's the one controlling Utamiya. So, yeah, the anime is cooking with Tsubaki's, show not tell aspect, which is the great visual storytelling of a visual adaptation. You know, it's the one of the hardest ones to pull off, but also really really good to do because a show not tell is basically showing the audiences what we see on screen, but they're not telling us what it actually means. We're having to have, or we're going to have to interpret it, like we have to have our own meaning of that scene. That's why they're showing us and but they're not telling us. So it's like basically what happened with Steins Gate. They're showing us stuff, they're foreshadowing us a lot of things, but when we go into the later half of Steins Gate, we're gonna, the twists are gonna be great. It's a masterpiece. But if you look back again, there's a lot of foreshadowings, so many hints that it enhances the story of Steins Gate, similarly to Flash and Beats Tsubaki's character interactions. So that's what I really praised about the anime, that the light novel cannot pull off. The light novel didn't have this much power because they can't show us. They can only explain it to us through reading, through words. But the anime can let us see it. They can show us through visual narrative. So that's what I really like about this scene. And yeah, and they cooked it. They pulled it off beautifully. I think it's been really well done. So yeah, this is definitely my highlight of the episode because even though it's been shortened, they still cooked with Tsubaki. I thought they might even include Ishina's finding out about Tsukishiro. Wait, was it in this? No, it's in Volume 4. They cut some dialogue between Koji and some of Ishina's classmates. Bad adaptation. uh, yeah. Anyway, that is pretty much it for this episode. Yeah, love it. Look at that fucking eye. Holy God. Anyway, but okay. Hopefully next week we won't be getting either one of the two or both, an opening and ending because more screen time. Yay, more runtime. How is season 4 gonna end? I don't even know. Like, what vision do they have with volume? How they will end volume 4? We'll see though. We'll see. Anyway, Koen Giora. Ah yes. Ah yes. Utsukushi. Where is it? Bro has so much aura. Even Ayano is this. Definitely to himself. He's just talking to himself. Don't mind about him. Don't mind him. They could have cut that part out though. It's a comedy dialogue. They could have cut that part out, but they didn't. Oh yes. Look at Jesus, bro. Holy. Look at Jesus Christ. This is our new Jesus Christ. No longer Komiya. Oh man. That is actually hilarious though. Main character. That's fucking aura. Holy. Bro is shining so bright. They're not including more important five this season. Yeah, they aren't. Anyway. I love the tug of war scene though. It's very short. I mean, it is supposed to be short. Man, no Ishigami. Mentioned though, it was mentioned already in episode 7. Damn, episode 7 has a lot of foreshadowing. Now that I think about it, episode 7 has a lot of foreshadowing. That's why that episode is my highlight. Yeah, I love how when they want to, extend the art, they do it like this, like kind of a portrait style. Uh-huh. I do hope I haven't seen anime reactors yet about this episode, but I'll check it out later after stream. I do hope they notice Ayana Koji let go, but he grabbed onto it again. He intentionally lost. I do hope they caught up with that. That's why Koji mentioned he chose efficiency. So yeah, yeah. I'm still hiding my abilities. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, uh, interesting though. Even Koji was surprised that. Yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's Noriaki Saito. Yeah, it's Noriaki Saito. Damn. Where's it? Yeah, 9, 7, 9, and 11. Damn. Okay. Hmm. There's not much eye shots in this episode, and not much Dutch angle shots. Because usually, if you saw the boards of Noriaki Saito in the previous episodes of Clash of Cthulhu season 4, let me see, this one. If you've already know the story border, it's the same story border as this. Dutch angle, Dutch angle. So yeah, I thought for sure he's gonna add more Dutch angle shots, and I thought there's gonna be more close-up shots because he also boarded this episode. So interesting. This and this and this and this. Like I thought there was gonna be more close-up shots, but apparently not. That we have Ayano Koji, Sakayanagi, and Tsubaki. That's it, right? That's the only close-up shots we've gotten in this episode. There's not much. Very interesting. And I don't see any Dutch angle. So very interesting. It's a very different. I mean, there's some similarities in his previous boards, but it's very different as well. So yeah, interestingly enough, as to how this was adapted. So yeah. Anyway, that is that. I think that wraps up this discussion because yeah, like I said, this episode is the sacrifice. I figured that would be the case. They better hire Malpa employees for the next few episodes. Eh, nah, I don't think. What I want is, the animators to be back from the reunion and the anniversary fight. That's the only thing I want, and obviously the border of that episode. So yeah, I will get a good shot of Yagami when his true identity is revealed. We'll see. But yeah. Anyway, what else? Yeah, this episode is indeed the sacrifice. One part, one chapter part was deleted or removed entirely in the episode. I figured that would be the case. All right, there's gonna be eventually a removed scene, but it's not that important. Like if I dare see people say, "Oh, why would they remove this scene?" Yada yada. Oh my god. But yeah, anyway, well, if you got boo bad adaptation, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm definitely gonna see people complaining about that. Anyway, okay, yeah. So, key animator Mitsuo Tano's first ever key animation for Clash of the Elite Season 4. So, yeah. Uh, even if they don't delete any part, they will say, yeah. I mean, they'll always find ways to complain. Each episode, they'll always find ways to complain. Okay, wait, is he? Bro's a fucking veteran. Huh? That's why. Oh. Bro has been key animating since the 90s? Since the 80s? What the fuck? Hey, yo, nah. How old is this guy? Wait, what? Okay. Ah, Ergo Proxy. Okay. It's even more important than Ibuki Poki Original Spot. uh, okay. Uh, key animator for Code Geass. Okay. Bro's been key animating. Only key animator? Really? Key animations and everything. Oh, wait, okay. Action animation. All right. Hmm. Now that he is involved in Clash of Elite Season 4, expect him to be in the fight scenes since, Mitsuo Kanon's already participated in episode 11. I think this changes things up because I think this just shows that, the animators are now showing for the fight scene. They're leaving us hints that, yeah, this is definitely the Togen Anki high card team from Studio Ghibli. All right, so expect that, and also key animator for the Ayana Koji versus Ryu in fight. This person key animated the Ayana Koji versus Ryu in fight, a part of that. So yeah, all right. Uh, we'll see. We won't know the key animators for next week's episode until the episode's been released. All right. But what we'll only know is the episode director, storyboarder. Storyboarder is important. Um, yeah, episode director. I think those two are gonna be the most important, unless there's gonna be something unexpected for the animation directors and chief AD. We'll see. I think animation director also should be one of the things you should eye on because sometimes animation directors also key animate. So we'll see. We'll see if a talented animator will animation direct next week's episode. Because if so, expect that person to also key animate, all right? So yeah, especially if it's like an action animation, and then that person key animated an action animation, but also animated or animation directed at the same time. So yeah, expect the similarities in that one. So yeah, all right. We'll see piano and calligraphy again, but yeah, okay. That is pretty much it for this discussion. I bet there will be some people who say fan animation better. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. They will. Yeah, they will definitely do that. Listen, I'm not one to slander fan animation. Fan animations are great, But in terms of, obviously One Punch Man is a different case because you have to also consider the fact that the studio has been really, in a really bad shape because of the time as well. But you also have to consider as well that, the fan animation had so much passion in that animation sequence is because that fan loves the series and also at the same time wanted that scene to be animated, hence why that person did it. All right. Like, unlike in official animations, a lot of people are involved, and at the same time, they also wanted to pour out as much as they can for this entire sequence. Some people will not like it, but obviously, people will still wait. People will still eventually love it. Wait a second. What? Wait a second. Hold on, chat. I just saw something. I just saw something in episode 11. Remember, there was only two episode directors, right? In episode 11. Why is Noriyuki Nomata here? He wasn't here. These were the only two directors. Huh? Wait. What? Nah. What? What happened? Wait. What? Wait. Wait. What's going on? Oh, I thought they were saying the fan animation for Koji Tug of War was better. Yeah, I'm expecting that. I'm expecting that. You've already seen one? Oh, for fuck's sake. All right. Okay. Anyway, the reason why I'm saying Noriyuki Namata's addition was random is because there was only two directors when they released the staff list. All right, the main staff list. You're not a fan of the camera shake. Uh, nah, the camera shake is to me to make it more grounded. It's so hard to pull off in animation format. Okay, here's my bit. So in film, there's this thing called creativity in the shots where a shaky camera is creative. But in animation format, it's so hard to pull off to make the camera shaky, to make it more, natural, to make the camera shake naturally. It's so hard to do because unlike in films, unlike, live action films like we do, it's so easy to do to make it creative, like to make the shots creative with the shakiness because you're just using your camera. In the anime, you're using editing software, which is so hard to do. It's really hard to do it digitally because unlike in films, in live action films, it's easier because you're doing it physically with your camera. That's why I already said this before in Clash of the Elite Season 4. They're making this series way more grounded than the previous seasons. I can already see that this season is way more grounded. The way they shot the shots of Clash of the Elite so far is very grounded. So yeah, the fuck happened in Code fandom ever since they released the trailer for season 4. They started hating it because of the new style. They're not a fan of it. I mean, yeah. I'm not even gonna, you know, I'm no longer paying attention to those fucking people because all they do is hate instead of enjoying what it is. Because objectively speaking, all right, objectively speaking, are you enjoying season 4? Objectively speaking, are you enjoying season 4? I am. I think this is the season that I've enjoyed it the most. All right. Season 2, there's so many hyped up moments because we know the content. But when we saw the animation, holy shit, what is that? All right. What was that? Because of the time constraints. All right. I've said it many times. Season 2 is because of time constraints, similarly to season 3. Although season 3 has more time than season 2, it's still bad because it's still kind of rushed, right? Um, Kadokawa and the committee did, you know, the the bare minimum of delaying it to early 2024 instead of late 2023. So yeah, um, in season 4 though, you can see that there's so much more passion in season 4. You know what I really love about season 4 right now is that they're making the season way more artistic and realistic at the same time. They're making the season way more artistic and realistic. It's so hard to pull off because in film you have to be creative, but you also have to be grounded with it. Obviously, because it's realistic. Yeah. So yeah, that's why it's really hard to pull off. That I think that's what season 4 of Clash of Daily is doing. They're making this season super, grounded as much as possible and make it artistic as well. Because that's the only thing they can do to make it to make the visual storytelling better. Have some creativity as well. So yeah. I'm not saying it's bad. As a matter of fact, season 4 is shaping to be the best season. But that camera shake, like in the Hosen fight, was alright, but still noticeable. Okay. Uh, what what camera shake? The fight between Sudo and Hosen, or when he stabbed, or when Aono Koji stabbed himself? The quality of the events in this season is good. Yeah. As the people saying Koji is losing aura because he kissed Kay. What? Isn't he supposed to have more aura now? Because he can riz up girls, unlike the fucking retards. But yeah, what a ridiculous argument. Uh, okay. Uh, okay. Wait, wait. Pseudo and Hosen? Ah. Nah, 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 nah. That camera shake was heavily intentional. I can see the vision. I can see the vision in filmmaking aspect. All right, because let me show you something. Hold on. Let me show you an example. Will I get copyrighted because of this film? I hope not. uh, this has been uh, in our film school or in our film degree in our university. This has been the most basic example of using camera shake, motion blur, and one shot. Like the camera is continuously filming with no cuts. The camera shake is intentional because of how chaotic the scene is. That's why it's shaking. It's chaotic. That's what the vision is. All right. So I get the scene of Hosen versus Sudo. All right. Especially when he is like choking Sudo against the wall. Uh, because we're kind of seeing it in Sudo's perspective, where you know he's getting strangled or he's resisting. So that's why it's shaking like that. Isn't it easier season 4 episode 2 Havoc when Subaru turned by death for the first time from headshot during his panic? Yeah, the shaky camera is is not, yeah, it's not a new idea, but it's to show the chaoticness, all right, and sometimes psychological as well. But yeah, okay, hold on, let me see. Fast forward this shit. Will I get copyright? Anyway, I don't know if you guys know this. Kingsman. See, very shaky. Yeah, I don't want to do the full clip because I might get covered. I'm scared. Yeah, I'm enjoying season 4 so much. I read the novel to volume 8 of year 2 and the adaptation here. Uh, that's the shaky cam, right? Listen, I didn't I didn't go to a film degree. I didn't graduate to have a film degree for nothing. All right, I learned it. Right, and I'm telling you guys what I've learned. All right, pretty sure I forgot some that I've learned, but I'm learning it again through research, and yeah, that's why I'm seeing the vision in season 4. They're making the season so much more grounded as it was. Since season 2 was like, you know, it's not really shaky. If you've noticed, the panning of the shots of season 2 were just static, right? So, yeah, like they want you to focus on the action that's been showing. or that's been shown in the visual, right? So in season 4, though, they're letting us see the visual along with how they adapted it, in the camera works, right? They're adapting it in a way that we are in the scene, all right? That's why the shakiness are there, all right? So it's a hit or miss. So that's why some people are not a fan of the shaky cam because they don't know how in film how it works. All right. Um, Although season 2 and 3 had it sometimes in some scenes, but it's not how they would adapt it in a fight scene. The way they adapt fight scene is just regular shot. That's it. There's no creativity in how they implement the shot. Like there's a moving camera or the way it's shaky. It's like following the characters. Here, let me show you. Hold on. Or season 4, episode 4. They shake the camera when Nagamo was pushed on the ground. Let's see. Oh, fuck off, Crunchyroll. No, 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 no. What? Nah. Okay, Crunchyroll. You've done this to ReZero, alright? You've done this to ReZero. And you've already done this to Clash of Baby Season 4. And you're doing. Fuck off. Nah. Crunchyroll is so ass. Okay. Here. You see how it's very shaky, right? Already? Because they want you to feel that you are in the scene. That's why if you're in the cinemas, that's why at the advanced screening, Japanese people kept praising it because they had the cinema experience, while we don't. All right, this is meant to be for the cinema experience. That's why. See, very shaky. They wanted it to be grounded as much as possible. And then this, I love the shot here when Sudo got back up and was punching Hosen. It's following the characters. I love that. It's so creative. The camera work there is so grounded. You can feel that it's like live action. It's a live action scene. You know, it's like a direct punch. You're expecting to feel here. I'm sorry. Follow, follow. See that? They're following Sudo. Boom, boom. You see? That is so creative. That you see the grounded camera work there, they implement that is so hard to pull off in animation format. Because you have to, draw the layout. All right. You have to know the layout of the scene and you have to follow the characters in the camera shots. That is so hard to do in digital format. Because if you do that in film, it's so easy. Pull up the camera and then follow the characters. That's it in film. But in animation, that is so hard. How are they managed to pull this off? That's why I really like this scene. That camera work, holy shit. Nah, peak. But yeah, I really love that. That's why whenever I rewatch this episode, the more I love it because of how I think this I said it already. I think this season's made for me. I don't know, man. I feel like did Studio wait, did Studio Lurch actually know that, there's a fan in the community of Fashion Movie that's like a filmmaker. That's why that filmmaker fan will appreciate this season more. Imagine. Yeah. I mean, the episode director of this episode is Noriyuki Namata, which is the director of the series this season. So, yeah. And then, what is it? This. Sugarich might have been watching your reaction. I don't know. Imagine. But yeah. And then this scene, you see how it's a bit shaky? Because it's Pseudo's POV. And then this is also Hosen's POV. That's why they're making the camera shake because it's grounded. It's chaotic. That's what Lurch wanted us to feel in these specific scenes. They made it so grounded. That's why I really love this episode. And then love this. The way the way they had to be creative with these shots of the stab scene is really good because obviously in the light novel they're just there standing, like it's so bland if it's just a one shot. But what the anime did is that they had to make things cinematic. Bro, the rain and the light change was probably Ayako just saying, domain expansion. You're now in my domain. Yeah. And then the arc shot. Oh my god. Yeah. That's why I really appreciate this episode a lot because of how creative it is and how grounded it is. Alright? So yeah, fucking peak. And then instead of actually having Ayako just still talking to its teacher there, they added a scene where Ayako is already walking away from the room, its teacher's room, and then Ayako is also self-reflecting. What I mean by self-reflecting is this. See, that is fucking cinema. But yeah, that's why these four episodes were meant to be for cinema experience. That's why it's like this. That's why uh, Lurch has done it like this. They directed it like this, right? But yeah, anyway, I hope that clarifies things up for the people that doesn't like the episode and will probably appreciate the episode more, even though they're not gonna love the episode. I think I've done my job to at least explain what the anime wanted to convey in that episode. All right, that's why I'm really hyped up for the next episode because what will they cook in the action scene? Now that I know that they're implementing grounded camera works because of like I said, the Kingsman in this scene, how chaotic it is. See, yeah. Next episode is action packed with Kushida and Ichigo and the Yanakoji versus Namaste. Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, that is that. All right. I do hope next episode will be fucking. Well, I'm pretty sure it will be. Right. But yeah. Anyway, once again, I think this adaptation so far is really good. To seeing anime only additions to add to the light novel. Yeah, the master will be humiliated. But yeah, how long the fights could possibly be next episode? Next episode will be wait. Ayano Koji Namisu, right? Yeah, this is Ayano Koji Namisu. Yeah. Another. So we're starting off with Ayano Koji Namisu talk again. How many pages left? In the physical book, it's only 100 pages. Right? It's only 100 pages. Uh, and it's heavy action. So the actions will make up for it because in words, there's so much words in action format, but in visuals, it will only take like 0.25 seconds. So yeah, like words will be adapted so easily now that it's action. Yeah. Why did they show us so much of Ichigo? Wasn't it supposed to be mystery? I don't know. Yeah, that's why if you've seen my reaction live earlier, I did say mysterious person. This mysterious character is really strong. But then they showed Ichika. What? I was keeping that a secret. But nah, the anime decided, nah, I'll reveal it. I mean, Suchi also knows it. He's been spoiled because of some light novel readers. He knows that it's Ichika, so I feel like the anime decided to just show it. Yeah. Uh, the season's almost over. Yeah, it is. Okay. Ayano Koji and Nana. Ayano Koji and Nanasita. Uh, yeah. Alright. More Ayano Koji and Nanasita. Yep. Alright. Oh, that's so short. Alright. For honeymoon with Jose in Forest Ruin. No. Uh, okay. Wait. Okay. Ayano Koji Nanasita again. Hold on. Oh, this is very long, huh? Yeah, they're gonna shorten this. Bet. Bet. Oh. Anyway, enough spoilers. I hope they reduced the talk about wanting calligraphy and piano. Wait. What will they show first? We'll see the direction in the next episode. Yeah, because see, we have Ayana Koji Nanse, and then we have Ichika and Fushida. So we'll see the direction. Okay, so are we gonna actually do it like this? We have Ayana Koji and Nanase about to fight, or is already fighting, and then cut to Ichika and Kushida. Are we about to have uh like a cuck moment of of how Demon Slayer implements things? When but there's already a fight scene and then flashback. We'll see how the direction goes. Mhm. We'll see how they direct this. Because remember, in episode 7, once again, episode 7 again. Remember in episode 7, they moved the scene of Ichika, Hosen, and Nanase talk. Because in the light novel, after Utamiya, Yagami, Hosen, and Takahashi talked, it was already Hosen, Ichika, and Nanase talk. But in the anime, they made it after the the first year representatives talk. We moved on to Kushida and the Ayano Koji group talk, with Ayano Koji talking to Kushida and then Yana. Then Tsubaki and Itamiya with Ayano Koji, and then finally Ayano Koji, Ichika, Nanase, and Hosen. So yeah, they moved the scene to make it have a better direction. So we'll see. Yes, next episode. Wait, yeah, next episode is Nanase versus Ayano Koji. Uh, they're gonna put someone for chapters 1 to 2 there in there. Really? I don't know because Volume Three's end is good enough to be a cliffhanger. We'll see. All right. Yeah. Ichika. Yep. Ichika. Kushida. Yep. Oh. Oh, Yagami. Yakumi Kushida. Okay. Wait. Okay. We'll see how they adapt this. All right. Let's see the direction. Let's see the direction of this episode. How Nawanta said it was originally going to be, yeah, 15 episodes. Still wasn't enough, and so they added one more. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they pushed for it. Uh, it wasn't. I think it wasn't Noriyuki Nomata that pushed for it. I think he is a part of the people that pushed for 16 episodes. But I think the person who pushed for 16 episodes was the editor of Kinugasa Sensei, the author, Ikemoto. I think he's the one who pushed for it, and the director agrees, which is Noriyuki Nomata. So, would they have been thinking of 3 episodes with one four? Maybe, because Volume 4 is heavy action. But then again, what if Volume 2 was supposed to be the sacrificed volume? Because they know how Volume 2 is like, uh, boring, in some areas, but still intriguing. Yeah. Anyway, now that I'm looking back on this volume, I wonder how, okay. They found out at the final stage that it had to be either Volume 3 or 4. Yeah, could be. I mean, I said it before as well. Like, I thought Volume 4 was going to have 3 episodes because Volume 4 is just mostly heavy action. But then they decided 4 episodes. So they actually want to adapt Volume 4 properly. Like, so much. So much more faithful than I could ever imagine. Yeah. Really? This week's episode was the best? Interesting. Next season will most likely be announced after season 4. Maybe not after season 4, or maybe just a bit after season 4 ends. We'll see. 16 episodes again. I don't know. We'll see about that because we don't know yet. Imagine if they do 20 episodes this time around. If they, well, since they mentioned that they have a secret project, right? Imagine if they actually have 20 episodes for volume 4.5, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We'll see. Or we'll see. Or, yeah, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Shanghai. Imagine the secret project is just season 5. It's just season 5. But I mean, don't downplay it. It's not just season 5. It's season 5. We're still getting more. All right, we're still getting more content. So yeah, it couldn't possibly be that. uh, did they announce when the secret project will be revealed? No, they didn't. They just said that there is a secret project. Well, they're not gonna say it if it's not Clash of the Elite related. It has to be something different. Yeah, I do hope it's Volume Zero, because if it is, oh boy, you know me, you know me. I'm definitely watching it in the theaters. You won't get a reaction out of me. You will only get a review, unless I get to record myself. If I can record my reaction, my face, if the theater allows me to. Yeah, I hope it's worth keeping secret. For sure, it is worth keeping secret. I mean, even if it's just not just even if it's season 5, I still think it's worth it. But even though it's you know, already predictable because of the way they titled season four. Uh, Still nice, it's still nice, but I could have at least expected more than that. Like excluding season five, what's more? So, yeah, ReZero is also getting interesting episode by episode. All right, yeah, we'll watch ReZero later after this talk. But after this talk, I'll watch Otagal first and then ReZero. All right, we'll save the best for last. uh, it's a new season. Deserves to be a secret. Uh, wait. The new episode on is going to be insane. Oh. Reason I don't think it's season five because that's not much of a secret project. That's more expected. Movie is more of a secret type thing. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, that's why I'm clinging on to hope it's Volume Zero movie because if it is, I can already see Kakao enjoying his lifetime this episode. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Even though this episode was the sacrifice episode, I don't think it's that bad. Yeah. Anyway, that is that for Coat episode 11. Volume Zero makes sense. Also adds depth in to anime cozy. Yeah, because what many people don't understand is that in visual aspects, it's so hard to adapt Ayano Koji. Even if Kyo Annie adapts the series, which will most likely will never adapt Platinum Beauty, they will also struggle. I'm just telling you guys this. Kyoto Animation will also still struggle with the anime adaptation because of how complicated Ayano Koji's mind is and how his character is. So, Volume Zero anime adaptation will most likely save the anime Ayano Koji slander. All right. So, the Volume Zero anime adaptation will most likely save it. We're probably gonna edit his face on Koji's cheeks. Shinji will be so jealous of Kushi the next episode. Yeah, he will. Koji officially has aura as per Namaste. Yeah, it was just Reddit. Right, right. Why is this a thing? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Why is this always a thing? But they just sent me on Instagram. I haven't opened my Instagram. Oh, we got a new Patreon member, $5 tier. Let's go. All right. What's the name? Thank you, Alan. Alan. How to Goon like Kyopon? Oh, for fuck's sake. He's reading Peak. I'm crying. Alright, let's open Instagram. I haven't opened Instagram since. Oh no. Oh my days, KJ. Oh my days, KJ. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Nah, nah. That is diabolical. Alright. Ice to fan service. Oh god. Anyway. Alright. Oh, there you go. Okay. What? Arjun was looking cut this episode. What? Okay, wait. ReZero has the episode title looking cute. Walking out of the convenience store and into a wondrous world. What? Oh, it's that title, huh? Oh, oh, we're going back to season one. Oh shit! All right, okay. Don't worry about it. Wait. I'm confused, right? So they have the episode title for ReZero. They don't have the episode title for Otagal. They don't have the episode title for Classroom DD Season 4, Episode 10 and Episode 11. When clearly they have titles. What is this? What is this? Nah. Okay. I don't know if you guys noticed. I don't know if you guys also noticed, but Classroom of the Elite Season 4, Episode 10 has a mistranslation on Crunchyroll. When Ayana Koji and Kay talked about noting down what whoever they interacted with, they it was supposed to be Kay saying that I interacted with. I am noting down every single person that I interacted with. It's not they are noting down. But yeah, like Crunchyroll subtitles is such an L, bro. Like if Muse Asia didn't delay Clash of the Elite Season 4 or ReZero, even though there's gonna be censored stuff, I'll still watch it, bro. I'd still fucking watch that shit. But yeah. ReZero first time. Nah. That's so annoying, man. Wait. Muse Asia has episode 9, right? I heard um that Muse Asia for Clash of the Elite Season 4 episode 9 censored the the backstory of Nanase. Hold on, let me check. Top 10 anime for the year when it's done. I don't know if it will because let's be real here. Oh, oh, oh! There's a what? What? There's a there's a content warning in Muse Asia. There's a content warning. Oh yeah, they censored it. They didn't show us. They zoomed in on Nanase. Yeah, they did. What? They zoomed in on Nanase. And they revert back to this visual. And they zoomed in again. What? That is so much censored. All right. I mean, they censored ReZero, so I expected that. Wow. All right. So, um, it's either you get good subtitles but censored in the visuals, or you get uncensored but shitty subtitles. Which one do you prefer? It's that blue pill, red pill. Which one? Man, nothing. Oh man, that is so man. That's that's the one thing that I didn't like or don't like about the YouTube upload side of things. It's because they censor stuff because of obviously community guidelines on the YouTube services. Yeah. Anyway, wow. I now have 6 paying members monthly on Patreon. I think this is the most I've done so far. Like obviously people paid on Patreon only once, but yeah. Anyway, wow. Patreon is growing. Very nice. And Great Sage also subbed on my Twitch. Yeah. Okay. I think we're done with the code talk. It's almost 2 hours. So yeah. Wow. There's so much talk that we've done. Holy shit. Holy yap. Uh, we talked about the episode, and we talked about how grounded Clashing with the Elite is, and we talked about the cut contents. So yeah. All right. Okay. It's time for Otagal first, and then ReZero. All right. We're saving the best for last. Okay. I'm only watching 2 anime right now because I think I'll watch Marriage Toxin, Kuranika, and Ice Their Game off stream from now on because I don't think many people watch it on stream, or probably people are just busy. So I'll just uh, do it Patreon. But anyway. We'll see though. All right. For the next episode, every episode will have fights only. Yeah. Okay. All right, boys. How can you keep up watching different anime in one day? Too much overload. But yeah, that's why when I watch ReZero, I also have chat with me. That's why whenever I miss something, that's when chat comes in and saves the day and explains stuff. At first, I thought they were joking because usually chat jokes around about ReZero, but then when there's a serious thing going on, yeah, they're gonna explain stuff, and yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I'm so used to them joking around that I thought that everything that they chat about is a fucking joke. But anyway, let's jump right in to Otagal, then ReZero, right? What previous installments? ReZero? I've just rewatched ReZero season 1 and 2, and then I proceeded to binge watch season 3 in only 2 days. You probably missed my stream. Yeah, for sure. But okay, here. It's uploaded on my Patreon. Hold on. You're the biggest transgressor. Yeah. Okay. There. Hold on. Uh, there you go. And then yeah, season 2, episode 2025 reaction rewatch, and then first watch of episode 1 of season 3, and then episode 2 all the way to episode 8, and then the full vlog, and 9 all the way to 16. All right, anyway, and then there's vlog, and then other anime as well. Vlog, vlog, vlog. All right, vlog, and then season 4. So yeah, I binge watched every single episode of ReZero season 4. Okay, see, and then there's the full vlog. So, uh, they watched the full VOD, but y'all aren't leaving a like. Yeah, I can see the analytics though that you guys are watching the video. I'm not seeing the likes though. That you get that I will know that yeah you guys are gonna watch it. Good times. Can you save streams on Twitch? Well, if you're a sub, well you're already a sub to Great Sage. You can see my VOD, but it's only limited for 2 weeks because Twitch has a thing like that. Like the VOD itself will expire for 2 weeks, so get to watch it for free. Well, since you're a sub, you get to watch the past VODs that I have. While season three, wait. Wait, you can't see? Wait, what? What's going on with Twitch? Wait, what? There aren't any? Nah, what the fuck is happening with Twitch? Nah, are they bugging? Only the channel video? What? Uh, wait. I'm pretty sure it's Twitch thing that, yeah. I set it on settings that it's gonna be, you know, I set it on settings that it's gonna be, what you call it? Only for the subs, the ones subscribed. What? What's going on? I'll check later. I'll check later and see for myself if, yeah. Because Sinchi, when he was still sub, he can watch my previous vlogs. What? I'm confused. Yeah, Sinchi can watch my previous vlogs before when he was sub to me. So I don't understand why it's not popping up to you. I'll check tomorrow. Uh, I'll check tomorrow, and yeah, we'll see. I'll check tomorrow because it's still here. Like every VOD is still here for ReZero rewatch. Anyway, the publish button is for the people to be accessed, like the followers. So I'm not doing that. No, the publish button is for all of the followers. So that's why I'm not doing that. Because if I do that, copyright claimers can actually strike me with that as well. That's why I lock it for sub only. But I'll check my settings again because hold the fuck up. What the fuck is going on with Twitch, man? Yeah, I'll try and wait, fix this on the yeah, no. Huh? Yeah, see? Okay. See this? See this? Subscriber only archives. Only allow subscribers to watch your past broadcast. It's enabled. Okay, yeah, I don't know what's going on with Twitch, but since then, was them not confirming their centers or something? Maybe, yeah, I don't know what's going on with Twitch because I'm so certain because since you mentioned it that he was able to watch my past VODs before it expired. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, I feel like it's a Twitch problem, but yeah, that's uh that's fucking terrible. But okay. All right. Uh, is this important? Nah, it's for my subs on Twitch because they can't see my past VODs. For some reason, Twitch is not allowing it. I don't know why, because I have it enabled, as you guys saw on my screen earlier. I have the settings enabled for subscribers only, but Uh, yeah. Well, I can't confirm it to other sub members because right now Sinchi is no longer subbed on my Twitch, so he can't confirm it as well. So yeah. Anyway, right now, yeah, right now we are. For now, we're gonna do this, all right, and then I'll try and see for myself tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see for myself tomorrow because there's no stream tomorrow. I'll look tomorrow and see what the problem is if it's a Twitch problem thing. But yeah, all right. Uh, okay, let me start recording. Episode 7. What the gal? I didn't stream episode 6 last time because I was busy binge watching ReZero season 4. Twitch has a problem. No, it's Twitch problem. Because since he subscribed on my channel on Twitch before, and he gets to see my VODs, but I don't know why the Great Sage cannot see my VODs. But all right, Atagal. Last week's episode was really good. We got the photo shoot of Kei Amane and Otaku wedding photo shoot. And then we have Ichichi confessing to Otaku. Interesting. So, yeah, but as a friend, yeah, typical excuse. But anyway, let's now mute the YouTube stream. Anyway, that is pretty much it for this stream of Clash of Elite Season 4 discussion, analysis, and Otagal episode reaction. And then Peak Zero Season 4, ReZero Season 4. So, yep. All right. Anyway, thank you guys for sticking by the stream. And I think there's nothing more to talk about. So yeah. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week. I think I'll only be streaming on Monday and Wednesdays now because yeah, not many people are watching the Tuesday stream, so I might as well just sacrifice it and put it on Patreon lock. So yeah. All right. Anyway, chat. I will be seeing you guys on the next stream next week, and yeah. Anyway, yeah. All right, guys. I'll see you guys then. All right. Another week break. All right. Bye bye.